Hey guys, Hecons here with another World of Warcraft video. Welcome to episode 11 of my 1 million gold challenge. Today we're going to be working on a few alts and their professions to help supplement our gold making. Crafting with professions is a bit more time consuming than straight flipping, but it is one of the easiest ways to make gold, and definitely worth taking a look at once we have some capital to invest in materials. I was able to go from level 110 to 120 fairly easily. Just queuing up for Korok's Revenge. I was getting 2 to 3 levels per AV, so it went really fast. And I did also work on my professions. Got leatherworking to 85, which is perfect since I just learned the Honorable Combatant's Leather Arm Guards. And doing the Korok's Revenge was really good since I did also get some Marks of Honor out of it. If you finish the quest, you'll get 10. So I have 18 in my bags, which means we can learn rank 2 and rank 3 just by visiting the vendor. And then probably spam these until, I don't know when it goes gray or green. I'm gonna guess like 150, and then we can start crafting the 370s. I got my inscription up to 139. Trying to figure out what the best way is to level this up. Probably crafting some of the offhands. I think I need to craft 6 offhands to get up to 145 to be able to learn the 370 Notorious Combatant's Etched Vessel. Craft a few of those up to 160, and then at 160 my plan is to craft some of these trinkets. They do look quite profitable on this realm, and yeah, I'll try and cap with the trinkets. Did realize that I do need to have Inscription 175 to learn this recipe, so hopefully we can get this capped in the next day or so, and I can start crafting those glyphs and throwing them up on the auction house. I did just pick up rank 2 and rank 3 of the Bracer recipe. You guys can see that it takes 12 Tempest Tide and 8 Calcified Bone, as well as 1 Expulsum per Bracer. It's actually really cheap crafting cost, so it's going to be a really great way to get some Veiled Crystals. And then I did also invest, I think it was roughly 10k to set it up, 6-tab Guild Bank, just to store mats. Did invest in a bunch of Calcified Bone already. I bought 13,000, average purchase price of 36 silver. And then Tempest Tide, I bought 10,000, 20 silver average price, so yeah, it's going to be really cheap to craft those bracers. And then I do have a bunch of other random mats that I've been storing in here. Random recipes, enchants, stuff my alts might need, but it's mostly going to be for storing mats like the Calcified Bone and Tempest Tide. It's Monday night, a little bit after 10 p.m. Already had some really nice sales with Inscription, which I got set up yesterday. Ended up crafting 1 of each of the item level 400 trinkets, and managed to sell all 4 earlier today. I got 4.7k for the Mystical Bulwark, 12k for the Sundering, 7k for the Swirling Tides, and 10k for the Storms. Really solid sales since the crafting cost is under 2k on this realm for these trinkets. And then we did also sell our very first Glyph of Lavish Servings for 11.4k. That's after the auction house cut, so I've been listing them for 12k and already managed to sell 1 at that price. Here's what my professions look like now. I did end up getting my Inscription maxed out to 175. Did pick up rank 2 and rank 3 of the Notorious Combatant's Etched Vessels, so I ended up crafting that for a couple of points. And then when I was able to, I went to Nazjatar to get the Maroon Ink recipe, as well as Mass Mills and Anthid. And if you have both of those, just crafting the Maroon Ink should get you pretty close to cap, if not capped. Otherwise, for the last couple of points, you can make the trinkets. Definitely worthwhile in this realm since they are quite profitable. As far as leatherworking, I've just been crafting the Honorable Combatant's Leather Arm Guards. Crafting those for Veiled Crystals. because I can just send them off to my enchanter and disenchant them. Did turn yellow at 120, but I'm hoping that it stays green until like 150, and then I'll probably end up crafting some 370 pieces to cap out my leatherworking. Next step is probably getting my alt geared. You can see she's still in mostly heirlooms. Did get a couple of pieces from Najatar. Forgot where this weapon came from, but she definitely needs gear. And then once we're geared, we can start going after some of the older glyph recipes. Most of these do require some questing in Legion. However, ones like the Dark Absolution, you can see it drops in one of the dungeons, so I'll have to run that a couple times probably for this recipe. It's Friday, a little bit before 1 AM. I have 23k on this tune, and another 42k in the mailbox from sales from the last 2 days. Did sell a second Glyph of Lavish Servings for 11.4k. And then I've been doing really well with the compendiums. I got the crafting cost to between like 1.2k up to 2k. And they've been selling for between 3.3 and 6.6. So just investing in the Xanthid is totally worth it. Scrapping is a little bit of work, but each compendium is only, I think it's 2 expulsum. It's either 2 or 3, so it's pretty easy to craft and pretty nice profit. It is 2 expulsum, 45 marine ink and 25 ultramarine ink. I did also get a bunch of the old world recipes set up on this realm.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries.
You can see I already sold a Glyph of Stars for 750. Have a bunch of the flickering listed. More Lavish Servings. And then the old world stuff, as I said. Oh, and I did craft a bunch of war scrolls as well. Picking up the old herbs and milling those, and then turning them into the crimson ink to make the war scrolls was quite profitable, so you can see I have quite a bit listed on the auction house now. And then just random glyphs and random stuff I've been crafting with Inscription. Hoping some of this sells over the weekend. But we're still off to a pretty good start. As I said, I did sell 1 Glyph of the Stars already.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
And the Lavish Servings is definitely worth it. I'm selling probably 1 every other day. So, it's like an extra 12k or 11.4 after the auction house cut every other day, so it's almost enough to pay for a token, I think. 15 times 11.4 is 171k, so almost enough to pay for a token just from these glyphs. And remember, I paid like 28 gold for the recipe, and even the crafting cost isn't too bad. Yeah, just 8 crimson ink, 20 ultramarine, conjure mana buns 20, which is free, and then powdered sugar, which is a vendor item from cooking. So really low crafting cost, and it's probably like an easy 11k profit for each Lavish Servings that I sell, so it's something I'd recommend getting on your realm, especially if there's no competition. On this particular realm, there wasn't anyone else selling it, so I've just been listing them for 12k, and they've been selling pretty consistently, so yeah, definitely look into it on your realm. On this sale, we have 637k today, as well as 26k in the mailbox. So total silver gold is probably going to be 733, pretty close to that, so we're getting pretty close to being 3/4 of the way to the goal of 1 million gold. Really happy about these sales. Still selling a bunch of enchants on this tune. Did manage to flip one of the BOEs that I picked up, the Flaming Gavel of Truth, for 8.6. I think I paid 1k for that, so a nice 7.6k profit. and a couple of nice pickups as well. A stack of 84 tides per linen. Saw one with a low bid and managed to win that for 1 silver, 41 copper. And then I did invest in some thin jellies as well as rich jellies. Prices were pretty low even for this realm, so hopefully I can flip those over the weekend. Then I did pick up one recipe, the pattern carapace of Sun and Shadow for 2k. And you can see it has a region market value average of around 30. I'm gonna try and flip that, and if it doesn't sell, I can just send it over to my demon hunter since she has leatherworking. Not sure how much the chess piece is worth, but yeah, if it looks profitable, then I'll just end up learning the recipe and rather than flipping it. So pretty solid sales on this realm. Definitely looking forward to the weekend. We'll be gone most of Saturday, so I will just relist my auctions before I leave and hopefully get some nice sales, especially on these jellies, because the prices do seem to rebound over the weekend and the demand still seems to be there. Forgot to mention this, but I did work on tailoring yesterday and got my old world tailoring to max on this tune, which is 305 out of 305. Did use my tools of the trade item to close a couple rifts, and I got the NPC to spawn, the one that sells some rare recipes, so ended up grabbing all 11 recipes, and you need tailoring 300 for some of the recipes, so thought I'd work on that yesterday. Ended up learning all the recipes and getting some of those items up on the auction house.
Needs to be at least 2
Let me see if I can find a few. So these are random items I crafted to level up my tailoring. And then I think Robes of Arcana is one of the items. Region market value average of 8k. They're going for around 7k on this realm. Not too bad. Azure Silk Cloak. Region market value average 1.7. I have tons listed at 5k. Cindercloth stuff, the robes, the vest, and I think the belt is, or the gloves rather, are taught by the trainer. But the vest and the robe are items that you learn from the recipe that the NPC sells. Got a bunch of those up as well. 2k for the robes, 14 or 15k for the vest. Did also learn that Shadow Weave mask recipe from one of the earlier episodes. I did flip one of the recipes, and then I saved one for this tune. And those are going for around 6.3k. And yeah, Cloak Awardings, 50k. Inferno Gloves, 25k. Prices might be too high, and I'm not sure if these will sell that fast. But they do have a 0.02 sale rate, so I'm just going to keep relisting them and hopefully sell one eventually. And then one of the items did require some Guardian Stones. They were pretty expensive on this realm, so I ended up farming it myself. And I got really lucky and got a Jade Breastplate off of one of the golems that I was farming. Region market value average 71k, and I have this one listed for 350. Quite high. Might end up lowering the price just so it sells, but really happy about that drop. We're halfway through the month of November and making excellent progress. You can see we started November out with around 406k, and today we're at around 650. So nice 244 gain in the past 2 weeks. We've had pretty close to 1.6 mil in sales since we started the challenge back in mid-June, or an average earn per day of 16k. Top item was the Reigns of a Tame Bloodfeaster. Did manage to flip and sell 9 of those at 20.3k average sale price. And remember, I was paying between 13 to 15k for those. So nice 5 to 7k profit on each one. Our expenditures, total gold spent 811k, or average spent per day of around 8.2k. Not too bad since that's about half of what our average earn per day is. And top item was the Tide Spray Linen. Did buy quite a few of those. Looks like 141,978. Average purchase price of 1 gold, 78 silver. And I do use the Tide Spray Linen for a lot of my shuffles, so no surprise that it's the highest expenditure. And then our total profit, 773k, or 7.7k per day. Not too bad. And our best item was the Darkmoon Deck Fathoms. It was one of my earlier flips. Managed to purchase one for 3.5k. I think someone had missed a 0 or something. And then managed to do a quick flip and sell one for 25k. So a nice 22k profit on that. I did also reset the prices of the thin jelly as well as the rich jelly again this weekend.
2 centuries old.
You can see I have the thin jellies at around 150 gold. And the rich jellies at around 300. I did pick these up for around half that price, so hopefully I can sell them over the weekend. I think I have around 200k worth listed on the auction house right now, so that would be a nice chunk of gold to get, and I think that would put us at a little bit over 850k on this realm. So yeah, that would get us really close to our challenge. It's 1:46 a.m. Monday, and the end of the weekend. On the Salt, we have 81.2k in sales from Saturday and Sunday. Was gone most of the weekend, but I was able to still relist in the morning and when I got home in the evening. A lot of sales on enchants, as well as some random flips. First flip was the Seal Tome. Managed to get 38k for that. I did buy 2 of those out at 15k each a couple of weeks ago. Sold a stack of 10 Rich Jelly at 1.7k. And a lot of singles at 175 gold. I am still selling on a bunch of jelly. I was trying to flip it this past weekend, but the prices tanked, so probably going to end up sitting on most of it unless prices rebound during the week or next weekend. I do still need the mount as well, so I may just end up using the jelly myself and getting the rep for the mount, and I think there's a toy and a pet that I can pick up as well. Did sell that Shadowy Mask, 6k for that. I did level up my tailoring this past week and learned that recipe, so happy to sell my first one on this realm at 6k. Sold 1 BOE, the Pantaloons, for 600 gold. Doesn't seem like very much, but if we take a look at my tooltip, you can see I purchased 3 of those at 100 gold each 9 days ago. And I do have one up on the auction house as well as one in my bags, so hopefully I'll try and sell these 2 during this week as well. Nice. Won a stack of 200 Tide Spray Linen at 2 silver, 93 copper, just by placing a bid. Saw an auction that was ending pretty soon, and yeah, the bid was low, so ended up winning that for a really low price. And then I think the rest are just enchant sales. I did sell 1 BOE Bracer, item level 370 for 800 gold. So 81.2k, it's going to put us back over 600, should be like 640. I did also have some really nice sales on my Demon Hunter, so let's go ahead and switch over and take a look at her sales. On this Salt, we had some really nice sales with Inscription. You can see there's an 82.9k mailbox, 46.2k in the bags. Did sell a bunch more of those Glyph of Lavish servings, and I did bump up my price to 15k. So now we're getting 14.2k after the auction house cut. Still managed to sell 4 over the weekend, so nice gain of around 60k just from selling 4 glyphs. Did also sell some random items that I used to level up my Inscription. 1 rogue stack at 475 gold. Glyph of Stars, 711. Not too bad. Bunch of War Scrolls. Singles at around 121. stacks of 10 at 1.2k, and stacks of 20 at 9.5. My normal price on these are 500 gold per war scroll, so I think I managed to sell one of these stacks of 20 at my normal price, which is awesome. And yeah, a couple stacks of 10 at 1.5k as well. Glyph of Spectral Raptor, 4.7k. Pretty nice sale on another glyph. And then I did sell one trinket at 3.4k. So nice 82.9k mailbox. We do have 705k total on the server. So this nice mailbox is going to put us at a little bit under 800. It will put us at, looks like 787. So we're about 80% of the way to our goal of 1 million. Getting up there, and really glad I did get Inscription set up, since we did look out and get that recipe for the Labyrinth servings, and each of those are selling for 15k. That's going to be it for episode 11. We've been able to grow our bankroll to a little bit under 800k with solid flips and our professions, especially the Inscription that I leveled up this past week. I did make a potentially bad investment into Jelly, but hopefully the prices rebound and we can make a profit on the remaining stock. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know what I do with those in a future episode. As always, thanks for watching, and a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon. Thank you, Lionel, Notice2K, Nadim aka Stormy, Sulitz, Marco, Martin, and Rajesh. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I will see you all in episode 12. Late.